$1,500?
Yeah.
For an 8-year-old birthday party?
That doesn't sound, it sounds bad when you say it out of the context, but that's normal.
No.
All right, folks, buckle up. Today, we're unpacking the wild story of Lynn, who threw an absolutely next-level birthday bash for her kid. We're talking big bucks, glitter cannons, maybe even a live llama, who knows. But here's the twist. James, the dad, took one look at the bill and hit her with a hard, "Yeah, no, I'm not covering that." Now Lynn's fuming and has decided to take things legal. Yep, she's filing for child support. But will the courts side with her, or is this all about to backfire? Let's break it down and see what's really going on beneath the confetti.
Miss Jackson?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court.
I did.
Okay, what's going on?
So James and I split about a couple of years ago, and it's been pretty good. We've been splitting costs for our girl, but her last birthday she was 8 years old, and we had a great party. I planned it. It's been a lot of time, and it was about $1,500.
How, 8 years old?
Yes. Well, okay, she really likes ice skating, so we rented out the ice skating rink, and then Tara Lipinski came and did a little routine for the girls. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, it did cost something, and James just refused to pay it.
Whose idea was it? Wait. How much was the birthday party?
$1,500.
Whose idea was it to have that expensive birthday party?
Tierney brought up the whole inspiration for it. So I just kind of, looked at what past birthday parties we had gone to, kind of the expectation was set at a certain level, and yeah, so I did ask James for certain input, and he did not give that, so I just took that as I have to parent up. So
So you want him to pay child support now?
Yes, I think this is kind of it's changing up the dynamics a little bit, that he wouldn't even pay for a little bit of her birthday party. So she's getting into ballet. There's recitals coming up. There are other things coming up, and I'm just nervous that she's gonna see that imbalance in our relationship, and it's gonna cost something.
But you're creating the imbalance. $1,500 for an 8-year-old birthday party?
That doesn't sound, it sounds bad when you say it out of the context, but that's normal.
Within the context, that is ridiculous.
That is normal.
No, it's not normal.
Susie had a birthday party that cost $2,000, so
you're trying to keep up with Susie?
Well, I didn't do $2,000. I could have done $2,000, and I think I kept it at a reasonable cost.
Wait a minute.
To meet Tara.
Pause.
Okay, so here's the scoop. Lynn and James have been divorced for a minute now, right? Their daughter just turned 8, and Lynn went all out for the birthday, like $1,500 out. She even booked Tara Linsky, the actual figure skater, for an 8-year-old. That's not a party, that's a red carpet event. Now Lynn's saying because they've done big parties in the past, the bar is set high, and that's somehow justification to slap James with child support papers. Be serious. That's not child support, that's event planning money. It's honestly kind of wild that she thinks blowing that much cash is totally normal, and that James should just pick up the tab like he signed up for a mini Winter Olympics. Nah, that's not how it works. Just because you chose to go overboard doesn't mean your ex suddenly owes you a reimbursement. But hey, maybe I'm missing something. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get right back into it.
Can you speak some reason to me?
I would love to try, Your Honor. I am more than happy to help our daughter celebrate and live her life, but there comes a point where it's just, it's frivolous, it's opulent.
I agree.
I would have been fine going halfway down the middle of just like paying to have some kids to the skating rink. But we did not need Tara Lipinski there. I thought that you were joking when you said that, which is why I didn't respond.
I do not joke. And you know how...
Excuse me. Last time I checked, I was the judge. So I would like for the two of you to address me.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
You're welcome. You did not need Tara there.
Tierney really wanted her, though.
Yeah, but Tierney is not paying $1,500, is she? No, and it's absolutely ridiculous that you have the expectation of him to pay that when it was your idea. That is ridiculous. And you came to court today to ask me to do what exactly?
I just want in the future to make sure that there is a balance in our relationship.
I'm going to ask you again. What is it that you came to court to ask me to do?
I would like him to pay child support.
Well, I would like for you to not spend $1,500 on a birthday party. The 9-year-old, when she turns 9, no $1,500. When she turns 10, no $1,500. I mean, that is absurd. And then you want him to pay you child support because he did not want to go in with you with this ridiculous amount of money you spend on a birthday party. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not going to have him pay child support based on that. And you guys have been sharing custody. So I'm assuming when the child is with you, you cover the expenses for the child, right?
And it's usually really amicable. It usually works really well, but...
Well, it sounds like she probably put herself in the hole with that $1,500 birthday party and is trying to recoup some of the money from it because you were trying to keep up with Susie paying $2,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not going to do it. And I cannot believe you actually filed this in court and asked me to do it for those grounds. Yeah.
I see that there's no weird issue with this thing. Okay.
Well, it's just, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to step in and help our daughter pursue her interests. If she wants to do ballet, sure.
Ballet makes sense. Ballet is an activity.
Right.
If she chooses to do ballet in school, I mean, it's an educational activity as well. But I am not going to order anybody pay child support based on a $1,500 birthday party. And you guys share custody. Who pays health insurance?
We both do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you guys should be doing. Maintain your own individual health insurance, but no, he is not going to pay child support for that reason. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Is there anything further?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything further from you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. If there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so here's how it all played out. James clapped back saying, look, he wants to be there for his daughter and celebrate her birthday, but there's a line. He was cool with pitching in for a fun little ice skating hangout with some friends, but bringing in Tara Linsky. That's where he was like, you're kidding, right? Spoiler alert, she wasn't. Then it all went down in front of Judge Vonda, and she did not hold back. She told Lynn straight up. It's wild to expect James to cough up cash for something he never agreed to in the first place. Like, you can't just throw a celebrity-level party and then expect your ex to split the tab. That's not co-parenting. That's just trying to pass the bill. And then came the curveball. Lynn tried to flip the whole thing into a case for ongoing child support. But Judge Vonda? Nope. She shut that all the way down, told Lynn to stop spending like it's the Met Gala, and denied the request completely. Honestly, it kind of looked like Lynn realized just how deep she went into the budget hole and tried to use James as a financial lifeboat. But it backfired. And I gotta say, I'm glad it did. What do you all think? Was the judge right? Should James have chipped in more? Or did Lynn seriously overstep? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're into stories like this, go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one.